Hello, I'm Adrien Chopin. I'm a postdoc PI track fellow here at the Smith-Kettlewell. What does it mean to be a postdoc fellow? It means I actually do have a duration at which I am funded here to do my independent work. And what is it to be a PI track fellow? It means that if I do obtain some federal grants, R1 or R21, I'm qualifying here for becoming entirely part of the long-term team at the Smith-Kettlewell. And so what's my work about here? I'm working on diagnostic tests for amblyopia. So I'm trying to find a new way to diagnose quickly and efficiently visual brain pathology, and it's called amblyopia. It's a binocular visual pathology. So if you think about the image that is coming through your eyes, you have two eyes. And if you close one eye, the information on the other eye goes to one specific part of the brain. Let's say that would be this part here. And what is coming through the other eye is going to this part of the brain. And these areas are actually intertwined like that. And what's happening is the brain's areas coming from coding for different eye stimulations, fighting with each other, inhibiting each other. And in amblyopia, one eye brain area is winning over the other, so that the information coming from that other eye is actually shut down. So that's an important pathology. This eye can become almost blind. And so it's important to tackle. And the goal is to tackle as early as possible. If you can diagnose it as early as possible, it's way easier to treat because it's actually a totally treatable disease, except when it's in adulthood, it's way more difficult to treat than when it's detected early during childhood. So that's why my work here is about finding ways to diagnose amblyopia as quick as possible during childhood. Why did I join the Smith-Kettlewell? So that was an easy decision. I realized that most of the inspiration for the work I had done these last years were actually coming from people who have worked here at the Smith-Kettlewell. So it was an obvious decision. So when I saw this postdoc fellowship application available on CVNet, I actually jumped on the opportunity to apply for that job. And I got it, and here I am now. So it's been 1.5 years I've been working here, and I'm very happy to be here. It's very stimulating. And what I would say about the plus of working here is, first, you have independence. Second, you have very strong mentorship, meaning that it's very hands-on. So you have a lot of people here who are successful scientists who are here to actually help you making grants, and they give you an extremely thorough and precise description of what needs to be done to actually be successful at obtaining grants and navigating the system of federal grants. So that's something that is really important and unique. And that's why I'm happy to be here. And as long as I can, I'll be trying to make this grant happen. So my background is I have a PhD in visual science. I have a master in cognitive science and a bachelor degree with major in cognitive psychology. Because my PhD was in vision science, so I was already working in what we call binocular rivalry, which is a phenomenon of binocular competition in the brain, but that was happening with in anybody. Anybody is subject to binocular rivalry, and not just people with amblyopia. The psychology part is what actually helped me move into cognitive science, which is one of the core field of cognitive science is cognitive psychology. So all of this for me was a logical path to where I am right now. What I can say is after my PhD, I've been working in many different places before I actually joined the Smith-Kettlewell. I worked, for example, in Paris, in Switzerland, in the University of Geneva, in Oxford University. I spent some time in the University of Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee, and also at the University of California, Berkeley. I spent 2 years working there. So that's I was already familiar with the Smith-Kettlewell also because when I was working at the University of Berkeley, California, I realized that some of the most important researchers in the area of what I was doing were actually working next door at Smith-Kettlewell. So I was invited to do a talk here. I was very happy to visit people here, and that's probably my first foot in the Smith-Kettlewell, and make me already more confident that I would like to work here because I already had seen the people and I knew they were lovely people. So if you are a fresh PhD graduate and you're looking for postdoc, I think you should consider the postdoc fellowship here because you will get independence. You will get, I think it's 2 years to actually grow your skills, grow your research, and get pilot data so you can apply for grants. That will make you entirely independent PI here. You will get excellent mentorship to guide you through those complicated steps. And here at the Smith-Kettlewell, you will get access to all the necessary equipment to do high quality research. And I think that's very important, you will get access to bridges for example, working with clinicians. We actually have a lot of clinicians here working at the Smith-Kettlewell. Bridges to get patients in the different visual pathology you may be interested into working with. And also access to bridges for neuroimaging tools. For example, we are working closely with neuroimaging platform for fMRI, or we have EEG equipment here at the Smith-Kettlewell. And that's all you need to do quality neuroscience and vision science. If I could add something, I would say we do have space, and that's something that other places may not have. And I've been in the past working in places where actually you were stuck into an office with 4 other people or more, and it was very difficult to do quality science in those conditions. And here the environment is completely different. We have a lot of space, and we are located in a very lively neighborhood that is one of my preferred parts of San Francisco. And so even just going outside for lunch to grab some food is just a pleasure. And that's making the work here even more pleasurable.